Hi there, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoyed that intro. This is very raw and typical footage of us. If you're new here, my name is Imola and I'm an online fitness and nutrition coach, and I'm currently training to run a marathon. So in this series, I'm taking you along on my training and my nutrition. This morning we did a couples workout and it was mostly focused on push day. So we started with a little warm up with the bands, then we did bench press, cable kickback. My husband did some upright rows with the barbell. Then while he was doing the cable kickbacks, I did some calf raises and I also did some front raises, and I ended up with lateral raises. Then we moved on. My husband did some pull-ups. I did some hip thrusters with the bar, not too heavy but with the bands to give it some extra lats, extra squeeze. And then I did some hanging leg raises with an elastic band. I promise you, it's such a great exercise to engage your full core. And then together we ended the workout with some core, with just some crunches and some side taps and some sit-ups. I just did some extra sit-ups and then we finished the workout with a bit of stretching. Always important to stretch, and it's also a little bit of quality time. In total, this session took us just less than an hour. So bench presses, cable kickbacks, calf raises, front raises, lateral raises, hip thrusters. We also did some tricep cable extension, some hanging leg raises, and that was it to round up the exercise. In the evening, afternoon/evening, I hopped on the bike for a zone 2 session, a cardio session. The weather was quite shitty. Normally I would go for a run outside, but I decided to go on the bike instead, get a great sweat in, really great sweat. So I finished it off, 2-hour session, average heart rate of 147, so that is perfect. Then it was time for some food, so I made myself a toasty, just white bread with cheese, with the shredded chicken I made and the jollof rice. Honestly, such a great combo, really tasty. I really enjoyed that, smashed it. Then I still felt a bit hungry, so I made another toast with cheese and then a crumbed chicken burger, also really good with some ketchup. Then Saturday morning, usually on Saturday I go for a long run, but today it was pouring rain. I just started with the warm up with some bands to make everything warm. Then first time I started with weighted pull-ups again. This was only 5 kilograms and I was only able to do a few, but I'm definitely gonna build that up again, that upper body strength. Then I did a few without any weight, just body weight. Then I moved on to finish it off with the elastic band, just to pump out as much as I could. And then for some reason I was like, let me try to see if I can do a muscle up. Tried it a few times, all these times failed. Then I decided, okay, let's move on. Moved on to stiff leg deadlift. When you do this movement, try to keep your back straight. Don't pull your head up too much. Don't bring your chin to your chest, but just straight on your body. You go down, you can touch the barbell on the floor, then you move up, but by doing so you hinge back at the hips, almost like you're gonna touch a door or a wall behind you, or you're gonna close that door. And then when you stand up, you bring your hips forward again, and you should really feel that in your hamstrings. Then moving on to standing calf raises, always important to incorporate. Then I moved on to lat pull downs, really trying to engage those shoulder blades, so contract them before you go into the movement, and then go all the way, try to almost touch the bar by your chest, at least under your chin. And then moved on to seated row, and here's basically the same thing. So When you start, you're gonna contract your shoulder blades and then you're gonna pull the weight, trying to stay as upright as possible. Then I did some squats. Definitely need to figure out how to do this because yeah, this whole thing moved. But this is a really good exercise just to target your quads a little bit differently. But I really enjoyed that one. Then I moved on to some tricep cable extensions. It's just good to train your whole body. Then I did some cable bicep curls. I'm really not good at bicep curls, but I do really enjoy them, to be honest. And then the last exercise, I did some hanging knee raises, hanging leg raises with the elastic band again. Such a great exercise, such a great burn. So to sum it up, in these sessions I did weighted pull-ups, bodyweight pull-ups, band pull-ups, stiff leg deadlift, calf raises, lat pull down, cable row, cable squats, cable tricep extensions, cable bicep curl, and hanging leg raises with the elastic band. And I finished off with an hour on the bike, just in a low heart rate zone, average heart rate 146. So that felt very nice to end with, very sweaty, yuck. Then in the afternoon, my husband came back from his squash training and he brought us some delicious food. So we got some ribs and chips and some Portuguese rolls. So good. So I usually combine everything, dip the bread in the sauce and just watch something, enjoy, chat. That was it for Saturday. The rest of the day was just resting and checking in with my clients, of course, but also teaching some Dutch online. Sunday, it was time for a long run, so I prepared some fuel to try this time. I had an electrolyte gel, so I was going to use that for the first time. And I had an energy bar. This run was a just over 21k run, so I didn't need too much. So tried to start slow. The weather was really good, so I'm very happy I decided to do it today and not yesterday. 15k in. I'm going to try this electrolyte gel. I decided to take my electrolyte gel and then it's very strange, you have to like pop it open. So that's what I tried. I definitely need to do that in practice. You know, eating and stuff during my running. I've been practicing it. Very sweet bar. I'm also going to try this Race Food Pro Bar. But like every time I've been stopping and now I'll actually try to continue running and then take it. That's how it looks like. Quite nice. Then I decided to get this bar. When I opened it, it looked like a Noga bar, so that looked quite promising, to be honest. And I took my first bite, it was actually quite nice. It was only a bit sticky, a bit dry / sticky, just weird texture, I don't know how to explain it. And I noticed that I struggle with swallowing it, with getting it through. Just the chewing and stuff, that's also a bit difficult, especially if you want to run sort of fast. But that's also definitely something I need to get used to, so I'm glad I tried it. I didn't really have problems with my stomach, to be honest. It was quite alright, I felt alright. A bit hard. Whew. 20k in. Almost there. 10 more minutes. I finished just over 21k in just over 2 hours, and then I just did a bit of a walk to end it. So that was a really great training week. If you watched it all the way up until here, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration, some motivation. If you enjoyed, you can always like this video. I would appreciate it. Leave a comment so we can chat. What are your goals? What are you training for? Once again, thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for the next video. The next video will be another full week of training. Yeah, it's getting closer. At this moment from recording, it's 5 weeks left until the marathon. But by the time you see it, it's 4 weeks left. So it's getting closer. I'm getting a little bit nervous, I guess, but excited and nervous at the same time. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, a full week of workouts. Bye.